What a first session we have had. But lucky you in this dinner break, as we said, by popular demand, it's time for BCF Chats with Flem. Damien Fleming, I know you are very excited about this. Can't wait for it. What do you got for us?
Will that be enough, Anne? Let go of the trophy for a sec?
Well, Mel, first off, this is a little note to you and the Australian public. Thanks for voting this segment. Australia's best tea, lunch break, entertainment segment. Thank you very much. And BCF, unbelievable. Look at this. This is living. But my first guest, South Australian... oh, God, lost my trophy already. South Australian local, the best swing bowler in the world and a World Cup winner, Schutt. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, let's go way back. The love of cricket, who inspired you to get those late in-swingers going?
Well, no one really inspired me with the in-swing. I think I just had a weird action from the beginning, but like most Australians, backyard cricket. Very competitive family. My dad and I, we always were playing out the back. We had a big enough backyard back then to play that, but I think obviously if there weren't many girls playing cricket back then, and at school I just wanted to rub it in the boys that girls can play cricket too. And
what about your dad? Did you identify early that he couldn't hit through the leg side, so that's why you swung it in? And at what age were you knocking him over?
I'll be honest, it probably took a few years. I was a pretty poor cricketer till probably my teenage years. My dad broke a few windows, but he did blame that on me on where I placed the ball rather than his hitting. So,
yeah, from there though, the heights, playing for Australia, and in particular your elite bowling, you've got 2 international hat-tricks. Can you talk us through, I think the second one's against the West Indies?
Well, I actually got the hat-tricks with them being at separate overs with most of them. So the one against India was probably my favourite because I didn't know I was actually on a hat-trick. So that's probably why I got that one. But the one against the West Indies, they weren't probably my best balls, but when they're swinging at the end, they're either wickets or they're going for 6. So I was pretty lucky that game.
Yeah, I don't want to bring myself into this, but I was on a second test hat-trick here at the Adelaide Oval, and like you went for the stumps, I brought first slip into play, and guess what? First slip let me down, so you've got me there. What about hub life? You've been living it. You've got to be strong to be a fast bowler. Can you talk us through some of your footage? I think you brought your own chin-up bar.
Well, I had to.
Is it all about the guns?
Oh, exactly. Well, I had to keep the guns going during hub life. There wasn't a lot to do in there, I will be honest. It's something that I probably don't want to do again, but that's some good footage right there. There's some good-looking guns. But a $12 Kmart chin-up bar did me well in the hub, that's for sure.
Hey, Megan, you're one of the great characters of the Australian team. How do you answer when you were voted, we'll have a look at the graphic here, the biggest pest in hub?
I actually don't know how that came about. I think I'm a bit of an idiot, but I'm not that annoying. My personal vote was for Alex Price or Sophie Devine. They're 2 people I thought would be way above me, so that was a shock to me.
I love how you can name names. I love this. Career highlights, obviously the T20 World Cup early in the year would have been right up there, 85,000 people, and you took 4 wickets as well. It must have been amazing.
It was incredible. Moments like that you don't really forget in your lifetime, and I didn't think that would ever happen whilst I was playing cricket, so to be a part of that is something I'll never forget.
I enjoyed it. Alyssa Healy, how good was she right up the top there? But something that's bemused me over the years, it's always the batsman that gets player of the match. Surely 4 for 18. Halfway through the innings, were you writing out your player of the match speech? Do you do that?
I do let them know all the time that it is batter's game, so I knew for sure I wasn't going to be getting that award. But look, at the moment, I was just happy to see Midge do her thing coming into the tournament. She copped a bit of slack, so she proved them wrong in every other game.
Geez, those shots there must bring back some great memories. What about the Katy Perry? The celebrations, when did you know about it? Was it a bit of a groundswell that we could get up there with the great entertainer?
We had been joking around for months as soon as she was listed that we were going to get on stage if we won, and then it happened. They whisked us around, they said we're going to get you on stage with her, and we didn't really believe them at the time, but the moment we were kind of shoved out there and a few of the girls got to hug her, like, it was just an unbelievable moment, and I'm pretty sure Rachel Haynes missed out on that special time, so...
Did you realise at the time that Rachel wasn't there?
No idea. Okay. No idea till we got back into the change rooms and she wondered where we'd been. So we tried to, play it off and say we'd just been out the front with the people, but there's image of us hugging Katy Perry.
It'll
So.
never change, will it? What about the top 3 celebrators after the T20 World Cup?
I don't even think there's 3 when there's Molly Strano at number 1, to be
Strano.
honest. I think when she strolled in wearing one of the back costumes, that's just her character in a nutshell.
Front and centre.
It was honestly beautiful to just have all family and friends in the change room, and yeah, we're obviously up to the early morning hours.
A little bit of a hobby. What about tattoos? Can you talk us through all your tattoos?
Probably don't have time for all of them, to be honest, but I've generally got a theme of the top half of the more serious tats. Alice in Wonderland is a movie that I loved as a kid, and the concepts are kind of just what I like to live by, and then my bottom half are all stupid tattoos. They're to make people laugh. There's pineapples, flamingos. There's a bit going on the feet, I'm not going to lie, but ugly bowler's feet, so I just got to cover them up.
Will you go a Strano tattoo? The bottom half. Does that work in there? No.
Not quite. Not just yet.
Well, Megan, thanks a lot for joining us today. As I said, we're winning trophies these days. No doubt I'll go back to back now that you've been on there.
You're welcome.
Good luck for the rest of your career. Hopefully a 3rd hat-trick and more World Cup finals. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Flem.
Mel, back to you. What great to catch up with probably the best swing bowler in the world.
Oh, Flem, that's a huge compliment, of course, but hopefully Megan can teach you a thing or two about humility as a bowler as well. I'll leave you two to chat and work that one out.